Good morning. The Pearl is back. It takes a lot of gut to do what I'm doing. Many probably won't approve of it. But my choice, my choosing, my life. No one knows your life story but you and your inner being, your soulmate. And we all know who that is. The universe, life giving God. Well, here goes. Today, I'm breaking my fears. And I'm telling my story. And I'm going deep with it. I'm even going back to childhood, where I was never understood. Those of you who have ears, I want you to listen today. Those of you who have eyes, look. Because there's a lot of people out here in the world are going through the same thing. And we all think it's about Jesus Christ, but actually, it's really about us. And that's the only way we're going to get past it and get to where, when Jesus Christ came to tell everything, when God sent him from heaven to earth, to let all of us get understanding of what he was trying to tell us and how he wanted us to go about doing it. Well, alignment is breaking the ice these days, people. And up under beneath that ice is a ring that belongs to you. Because we are all his brides and grooms. Like I say, this is my story. So listen up. From a child, I felt neglected. I was hurt by a lot of things. I'm not going to call out a lot of the things, but I just want people to know that all your hurt and pain, it just installed when you became the adult that you became. It started from your childhood. You didn't feel loved. You didn't feel cared for. You want comfort in the times when you was going through all the pain that you was in. So your comforter was always there though with you. That's the pearl. Like I say, some call him Jesus, some call him the secret, but that pearl was there. That little beaming light was always there watching over you. So I just want to tell my family, there was times when I needed you. I had mother there. But there was times when I needed sisters and brothers and aunties and uncles and just family who cared. I needed to be comforted. I needed to be looked after. And I did things that family didn't approve of. But I was crying out for help. In some of the strangest, crazy way that only a child knew how to do. And we see it sometimes today in our children. I know I do. I see it in my grandchildren. And I see it in other people's children that comes to me now. I thank God for sending them, that I can be a light to them. Because he know I didn't have nobody but his light. And I've asked my aunties, certain ones, that why everybody took my other brothers and sisters in and didn't take me. Why didn't nobody look back to get me? And my aunties was honest with me. They told me they don't know. And I love them, but just being honest. And I want you to know when I speak of these things, I'm not against you, okay? It's just something that I have to do. It's something I have to do. I want to do it. Because, see, God brought me home. And he brought me home to speak of some things that should have been talked about a long time ago. But he waited till I got grown enough to get in a relationship with him, and he lead me, he guide me, he direct me. He wanted me to do it. And I never understood when my pastor said, sister, get in a good Bible church because God got something down in you and a lot of people ain't going to like it. Well, I got it now. And my oldest sister, Angela Taylor, told me, about close to a year, almost 2 years now, she told me that. She said, girl, you're going to say some things to some people in this family, and they ain't going to be able to do them or drop their head. Well, what breaks us makes us stronger. So that goes out to my family and everybody out here that going through something that I've been through. Because your life story is your life story. And it's all about you. Even though there are characters in it too. But, like I say, underneath that ice is a diamond ring for you. Because you're in the legacy of the one true God, the living God. The alignment. It's all universal. Anyway. And I want to say I'm sorry for not being that little niece that people adore. I know you loved me in your strangest ways, you did. That's the way we love. It's because that's the only way we know how from the life we lived. Tracy, baby sister, as you always say. Girl, there's no words can explain the love I have for you. But that comes with growing up. It don't come with still being a little girl. I know I hurt you when we was children by leaving you on that porch that night. But you have to get yourself strengthened in that and to understand that we was both children and we was both carrying the same pain. And sometimes we do crazy things, and I guess that was one of them. That was one big one that I regret doing, and I wish I could take it back, and I can't. But the love that I have in my heart for you, it should have broke that ice a long time ago. But sometimes I can see it still with you. But like I say, that come with growing up. A lot of things go with growing up. And none of us sometimes understand it. Because our soulmate is the stronger one. And it gives us what we need in time when he know we can handle it. And sometimes we got to put down, they call it idle things. But it's just things that we don't really need, but we like doing them so well because it comforts us in the way that we want to be comforted, make us feel more powerful. That's even people's. Who you call your friends more than you call family. But hey, everybody got their own way of how they deal. And it's okay. And I want everyone to know, just because I'm breaking out of my fears and my silence room. This is for people around the world because it's it's millions and billions of people out there going through the same thing, and they still holding childhood pain. We entrepreneurs in the legacy of a universe of God of alignment. The vortex is active in wealth that want us to receive it. So okay, if some of us got to come out, stepping out like I'm doing this day, then do it. It's well worth it, I tell you. And a lot of people just going to have to accept it and put everything else up under their feet, because our Father, who is of that universe, is looking on us now and ready to reward us, and I'm not missing out. I'm doing it because I love you, and because I know eternal life is on this earth. I won't call you anything, how that Bible say, fools and all that. We're not that. We're not filthy rags. We're a little unsteady at times. It makes us crazy. We are loved right where we are. I wish I can just grab the whole world up and put these little arms around them so they can just feel what I felt the day the pearl came and put them feathers around me. I call it feathers because it feels so incredible. I can't even describe it, but it's amazing. When I tell you when I tell my family, peoples of the world, of the galaxy Earth, when that living God came to me in that pearl, it came following me. And when I tell you it spooked me. But it was a beautiful spook. It was a spook incredible. The rainbow was actually following my truck home one night. And I have my grandchildren as their witness, but when I saw it, it startled me so much. I wanted my grandchildren to see it because we was all in the truck together. And I looked through my rearview mirror and I saw it. And I'm like saying, oh my God, the rainbow following the truck. How can that be? I mean, it was in like a blob. You know how you have children blow those bubbles? Where it was big and it was actually following the truck. And by the time I told the kids I pulled over to this right side to stop so the kids can see it too, it vanished. So it was just for me to see it. But God was letting me know, I'm with you, my daughter. All is well. I got you. Do you know how that make you feel when you know that? Amazing. My ex-husband, Sylvester Carnathan, told me out of his own mouth, Jackie, God showed me that light on you, Jackie, and when I saw that light, Jackie, it was so bright on you, Jackie, you look like an angel. But he didn't tell me when God showed him that. I was thinking like God showed it to him in a vision or something, or a dream. See, because God came back to me again, visiting me, and was talking to me about it, and told me just how it happened. And when God told me how it happened, he told me to go back and ask Sylvester Carnathan. He said, go back and ask Sylvester, when did I show him that light on you? And God showed me that light, showed him that light that night that me and him was on a quarrel. We was arguing. And I was standing in the closet of my room that night, and the lights was off, because he had the lights. He had us in the dark that night. He did. And we was arguing in the dark. It's just how this how Sylvester was at times. And and I stood up to him boldly, and I told him, you put your hands on me tonight. It could be your last time putting your hands on me. And when I stood up to him like that, he stood off on that wall, and I was wondering what pulled him back, because he never talked about it. But then when God came to me and told me about it, I knew. I said, oh my God, that's what Sylvester was talking about. But he made me feel like it was in a dream or something. He knew who was with me. God smoothed him. It wasn't me. God was telling him, touch not. God is powerful, people. You don't want to mess with God. God is something incredible, like I keep saying. That pearl is awesome. I have witnessed amazing things and being called home to God. He has shown me magnificent and extraordinary. And he'll show it to you too when you're ready. See, I was ready. I didn't know how ready I was. But that consent to him when I was 21 years of age, telling him that he was my father. I said, you're my father. You're that father I never seen, but I knew exists, and it exists in my heart. I said, but I would give anything to meet my biological father. See, I love my biological father, and I never met him. I loved him through the spirit with the real Father, the Holy Father of the universe, the true God, the living God. That's of alignment. Excuse me. So, I go on speaking today, peoples, and telling my life story. Now I'm moving on into my life with my husband, Sylvester, my ex-husband, Sylvester Carnathan. And I have a message for you, Sylvester. I have tried to be patient. I have tried to be the respectful woman that God have made me to be, and just being a humble woman. But you know what? Sometimes we can be humble too much. I'm not a secretive woman. I'm not private. You know that. I am loving, I'm caring, I'm respectful. I'm a loyal woman. And I think that was a little bit too much for you. You know? Maybe that's what started all the abuse. Because I was giving you something you weren't used to. But you was affiliated with it to the utmost. Because that's who you was. And I feel bad for you. Because I used to feel that way about myself when I was younger, when I was a child, because so many things happened to me. And my family knew not. So I looked at you. I said, I wanted to stay with you because I felt you needed me. I felt we needed each other. And we could break through all the childhood things and what we had been through. But you didn't want that with me. Something inside of you despised me. And the only thing it wanted to do was just abuse me. You brooded me. Just like the world is brooding Jesus Christ. Keep nailing him to that cross. Well, God said don't take many to truly come out the closet and break the silence. And the silence is just telling the truth about everything. And I wonder what peoples in the churches do. Do they hide behind the cross? Keeping their secrets, hiding them all? Because I've been to many churches. And a lot of the ones I've been to got a lot of flaws. I even had a man to tell me he get paid in the church. I said, oh, you do? Some job, huh? Well, not talking about the churches, because I don't know. But I've been to many. And what you see with your own eyes and what you hear with your own ears, those don't become lies, those become facts. All that's reality, life stories. It's just saying that you need to change it up, churches. Because eternal life is looking at you. The universe is yielding to you. The alignment is here. And the entrepreneurs are the ministry of that one true God. But you already know that, right? Yeah. Anyway, back to you, Mr. Carnathan. You're going to get this message because it's going to get sent to your phone. Basically, I'm trying to help you out because I have a court order. I waited on you. I have waited on you, and I did that for my children's sake because I didn't want my children to think just because we divorced each other that we bickering over money, because that's something I don't even bigger over, not money. That's not my thing. And you already know my situation. You threw it in my face. You even cursed me when you did it. And I just couldn't believe a man that I spent many years as I spent with him, and you did what you did to me. It wasn't enough. And giving you two beautiful children wasn't enough for you to just honor a court order and give me just $1,000. They rewarded me. God gave that to me, Sylvester. I want you to know that. He rewarded me. That ain't enough for my suffering and pain. But he rewarded me that because he know me and his children had to live. But you took that. I wasn't never against you getting married. I divorced you. You didn't divorce me. But I set both of us free. And it was all because of love. I wasn't going to be selfish. If I had allowed you to be selfish to yourself, you would have did it because you would have stayed with me. I know you would have. But no, you wanted us to separate. And I said, no, we're not going to separate. We're going to go ahead and do this. See, we're supposed to put the real truth out there. Well, I'm letting the world know my side. See, because my mother was a Virgin Mary. And so was my grandmother. And they taught me the right way of life. And they taught me how to do it in the right curriculum order. Those two ladies, they are the core of my soul. With Jesus Christ. With the living God, Father. And I've always tried to teach my children to do the right thing. But you know this world, when you out there amongst, they call them wolves, and they go to howling. There's so much jealousy. But it's okay. I tell my children it's okay. Because y'all are in the alignment. You're in the legacy. So it is okay. I'm your mother. And you have God to thank every day of your life for that. And your grandmother who you never met. And your great-grandmother. So, Mr. Carnathan, I'm asking you, from the love of your children that we bore together on earth, honor the court order. Give me what's rightfully mine, and you won't get no jail time. And right now, you on borrowed time. You have 2 weeks on the day that you receive this message. I'm going further. You should have never said what you said to me. You should have never cursed me, and you should have never told me you weren't going to do what you're supposed to do when that court ordered you to do it. You have the papers, I have the papers, and you should have just done what you're supposed to do. And being who you are. I know your secrets too. What? You didn't think nobody was going to know or find out all the things you did? You just weren't running because I divorced you. You was running because of the things you did. And you knew I was going to find it out. I wonder, do your wife know? Or have you just got in her heart that deep that she don't even care? But y'all go to church every day. Being faithful peoples. Faithful what? You hide behind the church and your deepest regrets and secrets. Wow. No wonder so many people's live in the way that they live and to know God the way that they know God. Because the peoples who go to church faithfully and call his name out, they created Satan so deep in their hearts and soul. But you know what? Like I spoke the other day on this from the pearl. Satan is the one who really need to love. Because Jesus always knew he came from love. And it was all the Satans who was really brooded, who really needed to love. Because Jesus knew everything. And because Jesus knew everything, the world crucified him. Even though they call his name, Jesus, 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 you crucified him. And then you put his enemy right beside him. And you call his name just as much as you call Jesus. But you know what? Jesus says, okay. Because he can take all of that because he was a pearl. He was a pearl. He knew Satan could never, ever, ever, ever rule over that. Too powerful. Tell your stories, peoples. The universe is going to bag you all the way. The government knew it. They good people. President knew it. Even when he's talking the way he's talking. The universe is the core of him. But all we had to do was just be the honorable peoples and who our Father made us to be. Loyal people. Respectful peoples. Integrity, gratitude, intimacy, love. It'll overrule every time. So I'm speaking out. But yes, guess what? My heart is pure. My soul is singing. Not worried, not pressured. I feel like I just want to shout to the world. Give them a praise of the glory. Because I'm standing in the footprints. Right here in the promised land. The big beautiful is the promised land. You do know that, right? But we've been moving backwards for so many years. It's time for us to move forward. I've been praying ever since I got the message. Ever since I got the alignment and understood it. Excuse me. I've been standing in the footprints. I'm just birthing that baby who've been feeling so alone, so without. Mark Jackson. For some reason you just came up in the spirit today, darling. How are you? You. You didn't have to keep walking out. You owed me honesty. That's what you owed me. A lady of respect deserves gratitude. That's all I have to say to you. I don't really have anything to say to you. You didn't do anything to hurt me. You just walked out. That's all you did. And I guess you thought walking out was going to hurt me more than you just saying it out your mouth. No. It'll take a lot more than that to break this woman right here. The universe has my back.